Hey everyone, how's it going? Rich here from Bear Maximum and Collector Cartel, here to show you about our latest CGC returns. Just a reminder, between us, we are your one-stop shop for all your comic book needs. We do CGC grading, original art, hot exclusives, hard to find variants, auctions. We do absolutely everything. So please check out, I'll put the links to all of our different pages in the comments below. I'm going to crack straight into this, but before I do, I just want to show you that I had a package from one of my artists, a guy in Turkey called Bugra Batuhan Bera. He sent a package yesterday with some commissions he's been doing, and I can't not show these off to you. So let me show you. There's these sketch card ones that he's been doing, which are very, very cool. And these what we call quick sketches. So these will be the morning doodles before cracking on into the regular work. Now, just so you know, those are currently £17 for either of those ones. That'll be €20 or $23. We can then step it up into these A5 fully inked pieces, which are super cool. Got a few of these actually. There we go. There we go. Venom, very nice. And Doctor Doom here, which is also very cool. And those ones are a little bit more expensive because they're bigger pieces, more detail. It's £25 for those, I think up to $30. And then I want to show you these. This is a gift to me, so this is awesome. Look at that, Spidey plus symbiote. Who doesn't love that sort of thing? We've got The Thing, very apt because of the movie coming out in the next couple of weeks. I also really love this design. I'm not a huge fan of the massive eyebrows that kind of come out the side there. So this looks super cool. And this was those ones, by the way, are about £75, depending on the amount of detail and colours and stuff you want. And this is a full commission. This is due to be a jam piece, actually. We're going to have another Doom 2099 facing off in this. So this will be a nice big A3 piece. Currently this is just A4. So if you want any of those, get in contact in the comments below. Check us out on Instagram, Bear Max Comics or collector.cartel, or send us an email, info@bearmaximum.co.uk, and we can get those arranged for you. He's currently being a bit of a machine in terms of knocking these out, so if you're interested, we can definitely get something sorted for you. I know why you're here. You're here to have a look at what comic books we've got back, and there's some awesome stuff. It's a real mix, as it is most months. So let's crack on. Okay, so we've got Spidey #1, the Todd McFarlane run, lovely 9.8 grade. Now, this is a little bit contentious actually, because this is on CLZ or CLZ, depending where you live, as the Purple Web variant, which I don't know if you can see in there. Yeah, there's a Purple Webs. But CGC don't recognise it. Now, these tend to come from the polybagged edition. So I did send it back and it's come back exactly the same, but it's still a great grade and an iconic cover, so the customer's definitely happy with that. We've got here Batman 6 from 2012. This is the first Court of Owls, and that is a really wonderful Greg Capullo cover, very iconic. Got here Gears of War, so this one is a comic version of the very popular computer game. This is Liam Sharp on art, which is always awesome. That's Gears of War #1 in a lovely 9.4. Merc with a Mouth. For a change, we haven't got any New Mutants 98 in this one. This is the Deadpool #1 from 97. Is this Jimmy Powell? No, it's Ed McGuinness. Okay, there we go. There you go, super cool. Thunderbolts have been big this year, so Hulk 449 there, first appearance. This is in an 8.5. The customer sent 2 copies in and got a 9 on this one, so nice to have an upgrade on there, so that's great. Has anyone seen that movie yet? I haven't actually managed to get round to it. I'm usually quite good at the Marvel movies, but I haven't managed it this time. Let me know what you think in the comments, whether it's worth a watch or not. So, I've got Incredible Hulk 271. This is the first Rocket Raccoon in comic books. There is a previous appearance in a preview, I believe, where he's called Rocky Raccoon. But this is Rocket, as we know and love, to a point. This is a great result. Werewolf by Night number 32, the first Moon Knight, has, it's been doing really well over the last few years. And the customer here has got an 8.5, which I think is an absolutely cracking result. It's very nice, iconic cover again. As I said, there's quite a few of these iconic covers. Talking of iconic covers, of a modern anyway. X-Men 266, First Gambit, Raging Cajun, and a 9.8. This is this customer in particular, his first submission with us. This got the comic press treatment, and yeah, this topped out on that one at 9.8, which is very nice indeed. This is a rare modern key. It's a series that I love. If you've seen any of videos and stuff I've done before, I usually gush about this, but this is Something Killing the Children. Number 1. This is the Black Cape Comics edition. So you may well have seen the billion variants this comic book has. I myself have got an inordinate amount of them, a guilty amount of them. I don't have this one. This was like the first one, the first store exclusive for this series, Joseph Schmalker. There was only limited to 500 copies, so it's a rare one. And that's got a stunning 9.8. I know that was one in an auction based in the US. Customer got it for an absolute steal, so he's done very, very well with that. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero 226. First appearance of Dawn Moreno. Now, I'll be honest with you, I do not know the significance of that, so I apologise. Please let me know in the comments if it is a significant issue. Thunderbolts again, this is the first solo series from 1997. Looking good. This is a quite a recent one, so from last year, Spider-Man 2099. This is the Rick Leonardi variant. So he was on art for the first solo series, and that's a lovely 9.8 grade, so fantastic. Talking of similar sorts of things, this is a Mike Zeck variant, so this is Wolverine number 1 from last year. This, I think it's like a 1 in 50 if I remember correctly, but yeah, 9.8. Mike Zeck, who's a great artist anyway. Fantastic result. Iconic cover in a reprint. So this, as you can tell, is a foil copy. Very shiny. Nothing wrong with that at all. Very cool. This is my customer's first time submitting through us, and that is a nice ASM 129 first Frank Castle Punisher. I have to say that now because there's a different Punisher. So there was a recent CGC in-house signing. I am going to try and put some information about that in the comments below to let you know who is coming up. But this one in particular, this is X-Men number 4. This is the first Omega Red. This is the Claremont and Jim Lee sort of series that became famous. Although this one's a John Byrne story. I didn't realise that, actually. Very interesting. Yeah, so Jim Lee signing here. We've actually got that and Scott Hanna, so I'll just kind of zoom in a little bit there. The Scott Hanna is nicely placed across here, and the Jim Lee up the top there. The lovely blue pen. That's cool. We also got, I'm going to change the order of this round. Another one, another same book, X-Men number 4 in a 9.6. I think, frustratingly, this has been signed, I don't know if you can see it there, just here, in a sort of pen that doesn't necessarily complement as well as it could do, but it's still cool. You can definitely see it. It's the yellow labels, so you know it's been witnessed, so that's all great. The same customer also got this, which I think is just brilliant. So this is the X-Men #1 from that same series. You've got Magneto looking like a badass there. You've got the signature label to kind of match up with it, and the Jim Lee signature here really pops in that blue. I think that's looking great. So, and a 9.8 as well. I know the customer's very, very happy with that outcome, and thanks to John at Comic Press for getting that done. We've got some JSA stuff as we usually do. Marvel Rivals #1. There's 4 different packs of this. Actually, they're on the back of the slab there, so the different covers. And this is the Psylocke cover, signed by James Scott Campbell. It's got a very distinctive signature, and thankfully that has been verified just there. This is a cool one. Customer gave me a book with a couple of signatures on it. Hoped they would get verified. It's a Dynamic Forces one. But yeah, here we go. Look, so we've got Daredevil volume 2, #8, and it's signed by Joe Quesada, who is, where is he? He's here, and Jimmy Palmiotti, who is there. So yeah, that's very cool, and a 9.8 grade as well. Now, regular watchers of the channel know that I love a story, and thankfully I've got at least one more to tell you now. So same customer with the Daredevil came to me with a Fantastic Four 243. That's part of the John Byrne run, the infamous John Byrne run. He'd got the issue in a 9.8 already, with a lovely signature label. But on the notes on the front cover, it says name written in pen on first page. And he was really intrigued to find out what that name was. You know, could it be a signature? Could it be someone doodling on the book? And intrigue got the best of him, and he asked if it could be like cracked open to see what was there, and he'd get it regraded, and whatever it was, it would be. It wasn't grade specific. You know, if it came back in grade low or anything, he wasn't too bothered. And it turns out that on page 1, if you can see this, it's not, you can't see on the front cover, but there is a verified John Byrne signature. So now that's gone from a universal label to the yellow and black label of JSA, with kept the grade 9.8. I think that's an absolutely brilliant result. It's a lovely looking book as well. Okay, right, let's see what else we've got here. Todd McFarlane Spider-Man. There we go. It's another homage cover. 9.8 there. That says Spider-Man 13. So homaging himself again, which is great. I love it in the black suit. It looks super cool. I am going to try and get one of those because it looks so good. Guess what? It's another Torment homage, but this isn't McFarlane. Who is this by? Oh, Arthur Sidham, I think, has done this one. This is for the Marvel Zombie series. That is a great homage. Some of them are a bit cut and paste, but I do like that one. And there you go, lovely 9.6 grade on that. First full War Machine, another sort of like pretty modern, iconic cover, all guns blazing. I think it's very atypical of the 90s, and it looks just great. I do like that one a lot. Let's go back to 1975, The Joker #1. I think this is a really good example of this book. It's got an 8.0 grade, which is not at all bad for a book of this age. We've got the Rose Gallery there of Batman villains. I think it's a great book. Same grade for Marvel Spotlight on Moon Knight, #28. This is the first book outside of Werewolf by Night, I believe, that Moon Knight, there you go. Moon Knight's in. Yeah, great book, in great condition, and it's got a nice grade to go with that. Really nice grade for an 8.0, so it looks cool. It will display lovely. Something a bit unusual, we've got Hit Comic 99. Now this is reprint of Hulk 102, the retelling of the origin, Hulk 103, and also Journey into Mystery 80. So it's got all sorts of stuff in here, but this is the German edition, and that's come out. It's really nice presenting 4.5. And I know the customer is pretty happy with that. That's good. This book here, iconic cover, here we go, is another one. Silver Surfer, number 4. Yeah, the grade isn't wonderful. This is my book, if I'm completely honest with you. And I've wanted this cover for a long time. One came available at a good price. I didn't expect to get anything much better than that. And it's going to go with a few of my low-grade wonders, so I'm going to have that in there, and eventually I'll get I've got a Amazing Spider-Man Annual 1 coming as well, so once they're all together, the low-grade ones, I'll put them all together. We've got Saga of Swamp Thing, number 37, first John Constantine, I believe. Yes, I'm right on that one. And a 9.0. It's a nice grade. Yeah, is that Alan Moore still? Yeah, Alan Moore still on story at that point. Absolutely brilliant. This isn't a series I know a lot about, so please tell me in the comments if it's worth a read. I'd see it about a lot, but it's the Goon Noir, specifically this one, number 3. This has got, there's an actual note on here that says additional art by Humberto Ramos, Tony Moore and Guy Davis. So there. I don't know what to make of it, but tell me what you guys think. This is a few books that we had reholstered. It's something we do. Basically putting them back in a nice case. I know the one here was really bugging the owner because it had faded and just looked a bit yellowy. So that's been sorted. This is Captain America number 1. Not a particularly standout book, although I think it does say Death of Red Skull. But it looks very nice. Part of the Ed Brubaker run, I believe. Yes, it is. It looks nice again. So to get the grade 9.8, and it's worked itself out on that one. Here we go. Wolverine 36 from 2006. This is again another reholster, so it already had the yellow label, signed by Joe Quesada, which you can see in here. And that's kept the grade, which is also great. This is my book. This was one I bought off someone. It arrived quite heavily damaged in the slab, and I've been contemplating getting a reslab for a really long time. As I was sending some off already, because it's a bit expensive in the way that you have to do it, it seemed like a good opportunity to kind of bring down the overall cost and get it done. So this is Web of Spider-Man number 1. Amazing Charles Vess cover. What I've done here is, yeah, get it re-slabbed, and I've added in the Secret Wars label, which I'll be honest with you, it was a bit of a gamble, and I think it turned out really well. I think that looks great, so I'm happy I made that decision there. Tomb of Dracula number 1 from 1972. This is a great book. First Dracula in Marvel. Lovely looking, nice grade, very cool. This is Tomb of Dracula number 10. This is a Sense copy, and this is the first Blade in comics here as well, so great first appearance to have. And we have another one of those as well. This is a Pence copy, and nice grade again. There's 6 on there. It's Marv Wolfman, Gene Colan, Gil Kane. It's a great book to have with some amazing talent on it. First, a pretty big one here. We have got X-Men number 4. So this is the first Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, I think, as they were called at the time. So we've got first Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch and Toad, second Magneto after X-Men 1, and the customer said to me that this was a bit of a dog, so John has managed to get this up to a 3.5, and the customer is over the moon, so that is lovely. This is awesome. Bit of pre-code horror. I know that we have some fans who watch this for the pre-code horror. This is Voodoo, number 8 from 1953. And this one, I was looking on the census actually, there is only 25 copies in a higher grade than this. So although 4 might seem low. This is a book from 1953, off-white pages, which I think is great for a book that age. And look at that cover, really, really cool. Okay, so we're getting towards the back end now. We've got 4 or 5 books to go. Fantastic Four, number 9. So this is the 3rd Silver Age appearance of the Submariner, and that has come in an 8. That's from December 1962. There we go, lovely condition, great result. This book comes around a lot, very iconic. Batman 181, first Poison Ivy, looking in great condition. So that's awesome. Congratulations to the owner there. So we had the foil before. This is the first full appearance from when it originally came out. This is ASM 129, Frank Castle as the Punisher. Again, iconic cover. While John Bernthal's around as well, playing the Punisher, that will always be a desirable look. And it is even without the series. I know that a lot of people consider it like one of their big books to own. And I owned one, and I sold it, and I regret it. So there you go. Don't do what I did. I love this book. Anyone who's seen this before will know that I'm a massive fan of this one. ASM 50, 4.5 grade, which I think is great. It's a lovely grade to own in. Obviously, you'd want 9 and plus, all this sort of thing. But you know, in terms of what's achievable, this book is in, I think, pretty good condition. I think the 4.5 seems pretty harsh, if I'm honest with you. But it presents beautifully, so that's an absolute stunner. Congrats to the owner of that one. And the last book in the series, no great story to this one, just that this is my first submission for one of my customers who's actually based in France. So we have some customers internationally already, which is great. Super nice guy. Sounds like he's got some lovely books to send over when he's got time. But it's a bit of a key we've got here. X-Men number 94. So this is the 2nd appearance of the new X-Men team after Giant Size X-Men. I love this cover, love the art. It's Dave Cockrum again, is it? Yeah, and Bob McLeod, yeah. Oh, and Gil Kane on the cover, sorry, and Dave Cockrum. But yeah, love everyone in here. Super cool. Back to continuity. This is kind of where it all started, really. You know, Len Wein and Chris Claremont, kind of really kicking off the series again after it had gone flat and just gone into reprints. And I think this was a pretty iconic issue in terms of X-Men history. So that's a great result for the customer there. Right, that's all the books that I have. I just want to give a huge plug to the charity auction they're having at Phoenix Auctions at the moment. I will hopefully be able to put some images here. They'll be recurring and changing, so you can go, ooh, that looks nice. One of the Alan Partridge there, for those who know that reference. Yeah, there's some amazing stuff. Incredible artists, original art, original comic pages, limited edition posters, and so many signed books. It's untrue from amazing people. It's all been donated, and all proceeds will go to Comic Books for Kids. I'm going to put their links below. They are an amazing charity. I did an interview with Mark, the guy who founded the company. One of the nicest people you'll ever meet. I implore you to, I'll put the link below again for that in the comments. Super nice guy, definitely a worthy cause, just makes me want to get involved with this more, so I'll be doing my best to do that. But yeah, go check out the charity auction. That's Phoenix Auctions. Again, like I said, the link will be there. Go and have a look. There's some amazing stuff. A lot of Bear Maximum artists involved, been kind enough to donate pieces. Alessandro Michelli, Michael Walsh, Will Shrike, Alex Mines. We've got some incredible stuff on offer. I think we've even got so much stuff that we're gonna have to do another one in the not too distant future, or at least put a portion into each auction going forwards. Remember, we are not just a Bear Maximum, but Collector Cartel, which is formed of Phoenix Auctions, where the charity auction is, and Redsys Comics. We have formed the alliance to become Collector Cartel to give you one place to get everything comic book taken care of. So all the links for those will also be in below. If you want to see anything on this channel, anything changed, improved, tell me I'm doing okay. That would be great. I'd love to hear from you. If you've got anything you want to tell me, put it in the comments, send us a message on social media, on the website. All of those will be in the comments. So just want to say thanks very much for watching, sticking with me through this, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.